Hey everyone, gorgeous day here, beginning of October, and now we have summer. And who says global warming doesn't exist? Today we're going to be talking about whiteheads and breakouts and how to deal with them. I did a video on blackheads and how to deal with them, and this one is to deal with more blemishes and whiteheads that are actually filled with gunk. Some of the principles are very similar to those in the blackhead video, so let's just start from the beginning. Personally speaking, I know what it's like to struggle with breakouts. I struggled with them in my very early 20s, sort of 19, 20, 21, something like that, and it was a horrible time. Now, the first thing you need to do is a good cleanser, just a good water-based cleanser, nothing harsh, nothing scary, fragrance-free if possible, because you don't want to irritate your skin, and fragrance is a nasty irritant. The next thing you need to do is exfoliate the skin. If you've got dry skin, sun-damaged skin, mature skin, you can look at AHA products, but generally speaking, a BHA or beta-hydroxy acid, salicylic acid are better because these products are able to penetrate the pore and deal with all the gunk inside, and that's what you want, whereas AHAs exfoliate the surface of the skin. You want to go into the pore to clean it out. If you're really suffering with horrendous breakouts all the time, then click here and this will take you to the acne video that I did. And this is what I did originally, and it got rid of, I think like 90% of my acne was gone within the week. It was amazing. There were lots of side effects with it, so do, bear that in mind. The next thing you need to do, and this is different with blackheads, because with blackheads there's no bacteria involved, but with breakouts and whiteheads there is bacteria and you need to disinfect the skin. There are a few options, but the main one is benzoyl peroxide, which is found in a lot of the oxy products. Always start with a low strength. 2.5% is perfectly fine. You can then move up to 5 and 10% if you need to, but obviously the lower the percentage, the less chance there is of your skin being overly irritated, because these products can irritate the skin. Oh, one thing to mention, if you're allergic to aspirin, then there's a chance that you may have a reaction with BHA products as they're related to aspirin, so you need to bear that in mind and be very careful with it. So you're cleaning the skin, you're exfoliating the skin, and you're disinfecting the skin. Those three things can go a huge way in helping you to control breakouts. There are other options. Retin A was absolutely and is absolutely one of the best things you can do for your skin, because it basically, you put it on and it sends little signals to the inside the skin to say make healthy normal skin, and that's what it does. It's brilliant. But you cannot use benzoyl peroxide and retin A at the same time, so you would use benzoyl peroxide in the day and retin A at the night. 50% of the people that try retin A are unable to tolerate the side effects. There is a way around this, and that's in another video, and I'll show you how to use retin A so that you receive minimal side effects, because stinging, burning and peeling are very common with retin A use. There are other products as well called Differin. This is like a byproduct of retin A. It's a very good one to try and is less irritating. And there's another one called azelaic acid, and these things are prescription only, but azelaic acid acts like retin A, but it also disinfects the skin like a benzoyl peroxide product, and it is absolutely it's an amazing product to try if you're suffering from breakouts. So you need to speak to your physician, your doctor, your dermatologist about that. The other thing to mention is people say, you never squeeze your spots. If you've got a really big whitehead and it's just winking at you all day long, chances are you're not going to leave it. And I don't think there's anything wrong with a whitehead and squeezing it to get rid of the gunk, because once the gunk is gone, the inflammation will go down. Of course, when you squeeze a spot, you want to squeeze it this way and this way to make sure all the pus is out, right? It's all got to be gone. And you usually find a tiny drop of blood that will happen after that nasty stuff is out. If a spot does not pop, just leave it alone, because you run the risk of scarring and irritating your skin, and then of course you're dealing with scarring and breakouts, and it's not a pretty, and especially with deeper skin tones, you have this when a spot's gone, it leaves this brown spot, and it can be just as bothersome as the spot that was originally there. The way you deal with the scarring and the things, because I had that too, in terms of the sort of marks it left, you want to just exfoliate your skin, because the more you exfoliate it, the healthier it's becoming, because you're getting rid of that dead skin cells and you're revealing new skin cells. So that's why exfoliating is good. If you exfoliate, you have to wear a sunscreen. sunscreens are problematic, especially for oily people, because they can definitely clog pores and they can definitely irritate the skin. There's no point me saying to you this sunscreen is amazing, because everybody will react differently. You need to test them, unfortunately, but you do need a sunscreen, especially if you're using retin A. You absolutely have to wear a sunscreen. But this is the way that you would deal with your occasional breakouts. And always remember, never spot treat. So say you've got some spots here, don't just stick Oxy 10 on this area here, or Oxy 5, whatever, because you want to disinfect the areas that break out. So if this area is breaking out, disinfect that area, not just on the spot, because you're better off doing that. There's less chance that you'll have reoccurring breakouts and all that kind of thing. So I hope you found this a little bit interesting, and remember to check the acne video here if you're really suffering from ones that are, you know, they're a nightmare. You've got, say, more than 10 spots on your face at any given time, and this is a daily occurrence. You're really struggling. Then click the video, because it really can help, and it did wonders for me. But bear in mind, as I mentioned in the video, there are side effects. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.